Okay, I thought I'd do a video today to compare two sub $500 compact polymer frame handguns. The one on the left is the Sig Sauer SP2022 and the one on the right is the CZ P-07. Now I did a video comparing the P-07 to the P-01, which is an alloy frame from CZ, but I figured I'd go ahead and put this video up to show kind of the polymer frame options out there on the market from two different manufacturers, show kind of the positives and the negatives, what I feel at least of the positives and negatives for this price point on two exceptional firearms in my opinion. I wouldn't own both still if I didn't think they were both great firearms, so I kind of just wanted to compare them today. So let me start with the P-07. The CZ P-07 is the compact model from CZ. This is the updated model. It's not the duty. So the P-07 non-duty came out, I want to say 2 years ago. It's a big seller for them. It is the smaller frame size of the P-09 from CZ. And what makes it kind of unique is CZ is really known for their steel frame guns. This does have a polymer frame. It has interchangeable back straps, 3 interchangeable back straps. This is the smallest. This fits my hand very well. I have pretty much medium-sized hands, and this one fits me perfectly. I shoot very well with this back strap. As I noted, it has stippling on the sides, checkering on the front and the back, and on the front of the trigger guard. Has an accessory rail and comes with a decocker standard. Now in the box you also get a safety, and what's unique about this gun is you can have either option. So you can choose to stick with the decocker, or with a quick simple change, takes about 5 minutes, you can change that over to a safety, which is pretty nice. Now it is a double action, single action gun, so basically if you cock the hammer, you're going to get that single action pull. Very nice. And then your double action is a little heavier, of course, but not unbearable. Right around 10 or 11 pounds, I'd say. Your single action is right at about 4.5 pounds. Very nice. I really like the single action on this gun. I just find it spectacular. It's a great single action on the P-07 right out of the box. You really don't have to do much to it. Now you can change out the hammer springs. I know Cajun Gun Works offers some options to lighten that double action pull. I've really found it unnecessary with this gun. It does what it's supposed to do. It's really a duty handgun. It's not something that you would target shoot with really. It's meant to, if you want to conceal carry it, it's a great option. If you want to put it in your nightstand and make it a home defense gun, it's a great option. That's kind of the role of this gun. As I mentioned before, it has standard 3-dot sights. I really like this rear sight. It's really that low profile rear sight. It makes it easy to conceal carry. It won't snag at all. I really like that. It also has, as I mentioned in my last video, it has this almost like grip tape stippling right here, where you can rest your finger on the right above on the frame on both sides, and that's really nice. It is ambi for the decocker. Everything else is on the left-hand side, so meant for a right-handed shooter. Nice big magazine release here. That is metal. Your trigger is going to be metal. Your decocker is actually a polymer. And then your slide stop or slide release is metal as well. This comes with 15 round magazines. Comes with 2 of them in the box. Great quality. Had no issues with these. It also takes the P-09 magazines, which are quite a bit bigger, and they will stick out the bottom. Let's move on to the SP2022. This is the newest polymer frame from Sig Sauer for double action, single action. They also have the P250, and they have which is double action only, and they have the P230, which is a striker fired but this is Sig Sauer's double action, single action polymer frame gun. It's really, I would say, a polymer frame. 229 is really what you can best compare it to. It's about the same size, same dimensions. It's just a polymer frame. What I like about this is it's just great quality. Sig Sauer always puts out, great quality handguns, and this is no exception. A lot of people will scoff and say, well, Sig Sauer doesn't make polymer frame guns, as well as they do their standard alloy frames. And a lot of people say that about CZ as well, but I've just found this to be an excellent value. What a great handgun this is. You can see it has standard 3-dot sights, just like the CZ. The grips are different than the CZ, so you do have checkering here on the front. It's stippled basically all the way around. So I'd compare it to, it's really similar to the E2 grips from Sig Sauer, which I really like. When you change, it has different back straps. So when you change the back strap, it changes this whole rear portion of the grip. And it comes with 2 back straps right here. This is actually the larger of the 2. And I wish it came with 3. I wish it came with even a larger one, because the small is ridiculously small. And with the small, my finger is way out here, and it's just too far out. With this one, it's okay. It puts my finger right about there. But if I had a large, I think it would just be about perfect. Just a little bit more palm swell would be great. Now, just like the CZ, this comes with the decocker standard, as you can see right here. But there is no other option for a safety. So if you're looking for a safety, this is not your gun. I know a lot of people prefer decockers though, just like I do. So, it doesn't bother me at all. Now, let's look at the magazine. You can see right there, 15 round magazine. Great quality mags. The only thing I can say really negative about these is they're expensive. But so are the CZs. I want to say these mags run about $35 to $40 a piece, and so do the P-07. So it's really kind of a wash between them. You have this kind of almost extension right here for your pinky. I don't really think it's necessary, to be honest. When I get a grip here, I'm kind of above it anyway. So for some folks that have larger hands, you may like that pinky extension. For me, it really doesn't make a difference. I kind of sit above it. So it doesn't make a difference to me. Now let's talk about the trigger. The single action. Awesome. Great trigger. See that again. Right at about 4.5 pounds. Just exactly what you would expect for Sig. They just have great triggers. Now the double action, heavy, right at around 10 to 10.5 pounds. So very similar to the P-07. If I was going to choose one of these just based on the trigger, it would be very difficult. They're almost identical. They're just a little bit different in the way they feel. This almost, when you pull the trigger, it almost feels like a clunk. And I don't know how else to explain that, but it's not bad. I really like it. I find it excellent, to be honest. And with this one, it's kind of, it's a little bit, I'd say it feels heavier just because it doesn't go all the way back. When you get to that breaking point, it kind of feels like it stops and then it breaks. So if I was going to give the thumbs up to one of these for the triggers, it's actually the SP2022. The double action is just smoother, and then the single actions are almost identical. So as far as trigger goes, I like the SP2022. It also has that accessory rail. I have a light on it right now. This is actually my wife's bedside gun. So she keeps this in her nightstand, and this is what she really prefers, and she's put a ton of rounds through it, and she really loves this gun. It just shoots very well, has very minimal recoil. She shoots it excellently. That's why we kind of went to that, and we've tried tons of different options, and she really liked this. So let's go ahead and compare kind of the sizes. So if we look here, the P-07 is actually a little shorter. So I'm trying to get, based on here, it's just a tad shorter. You can see that right there at the barrels. So you're going to get a little bit longer Well, actually, it's about the same for sight radius. So with the CZs, they sit back a little bit with that rear sight. So you're actually getting about the same sight radius for a smaller package. Now, if we look at widths, they're almost identical width-wise. So they're both fairly chunky guns, and a lot of people, you know, give that as a negative to them. They're a little chunky, but you know, it's not like they're huge. They're both compact-sized guns. They both work very well when you're concealed carrying. If you choose to conceal carry, it's not like they're going to be sticking out that much. So I don't have a problem with that. Now, let's compare prices. I picked this up for my fiance. Oh, actually wife now. Picked it up for her about a year ago, and I paid $370 out the door for this. It came with one magazine, the 2 grips, and a holster for $370. And I picked this one up for about exactly the same price. It came with 2 mags, but no holster. So as far as price, they're almost identical. And that's kind of why I like both of these guns. In my opinion, they are the best options on the market for a polymer frame, compact size handgun. They shoot well. We've put a ton of rounds to it. I mean, my wife has put probably, I want to say, at least 3,000 rounds to this. And, you know, I haven't put quite that many through the P-07, but I put a lot through it. And they've both been, you know, fantastic. We've had no issues. We've had no failure to feeds, no failures to eject. We've had no problems with any of these using factory loads. And they're just outstanding choices for compact polymer frame handguns. And, you know, I could say that you can't go wrong with either. And I really couldn't choose my favorite of the two. I shoot the P-07 better, but my wife shoots the SP2022 better. So, you know, if you can try both before you go out and spend the money, I would say do it. If you can't, I would say the best deal you can get on either one, go ahead and snag it up. You know, if you find the SP2022 cheaper locally or online, buy it. If you find the P-07 locally or online cheaper, buy it. Both are a must-buy in my opinion, and that's why I still have both of them. I actually have another SP2022 in FDE that is mine that I didn't include in this video. So, you know, that just goes to show you how much I really enjoy both of these handguns, and you really can't go wrong with either. So if you guys have any questions about either of these handguns, let me know, and I will try to answer them in the comments below. And hopefully this helps you guys out and show you just kind of the similarities between them, because they really are very, very similar. Almost exactly the same size, same price point, same capacity, same features for the most part. It's just, it depends on what you want in a handgun. If you want a safety and a decocker, then your P-07 may be a better choice for you, so you can put that safety on there. If you're fine with the decocker, then both of them would be, you know, a good choice. I guess one thing I should mention is the weights on them. There is a little bit of difference in the weights. So your P-07, you're coming in right at 23 ounces without a magazine, and actually I think it's 27 ounces with the magazine. Your SP2022, you're coming in at 29 ounces with the magazine. So it's really only a 2 ounce difference. So if that makes a difference with anybody, then okay. It doesn't make a difference for me though. It doesn't make a difference for my wife. So that's the last thing I kind of wanted to mention that I forgot to mention. But again, if you have any questions on either of these guns that I may be able to help you with, let me know. Put it in the comments and I'll try to respond. Thanks for watching, guys.